Hey everyone, it's me, Stephanie Nietzsche, and I want to say thank you for joining me here today. We are going to have a little conversation. I am going to do all the talking, so I don't know if that really can be called a conversation, but I am going to talk about, surprise, writing. So today, I just want to say if you are the type of writer that is worried about beginning to write because you don't know how your story should uh, in the middle, things that should happen with the characters, or you're a little unsure about your plot, you're unsure about your ending, well, don't worry about it because just like me making this video, I have no idea where we are going. I'm a one take person, and that is it. So, what I am going to talk about though is my book, The Wishing Stone, which is probably going to be backwards because I have, the way my phone is. So this is what I want to say. In the beginning, when I first started writing The Wishing Stone, I knew that I wanted it to be about a stone that was found on the beach. Now, I love to go to the beach. We vacation there all the time. There are some beautiful stones. There's glass, there's shells. I mean, there are so many beautiful things that we find on the beach. And a lot of times we were finding stones with complete circles, unbroken, around them. And I did some research and learned that those are called wishing stones. Now, seeing that stone and where we happened to be vacationing at the time gave me the beautiful idea for the wishing stone. Now, while I didn't know, of course, the main character's name, what she was doing for a living, where she was living, I knew one thing, that it was going to be set on Long Island. So that is basically all I had. I had a wishing stone and I had a setting on Long Island. Oh, and I also had let's call him the caretaker of the hotel at the time that the main character stays at, the main character who in this story happens to be named Tess. So I didn't know where I was going to begin. So when I sat down to write, the beauty of the writing is that you can start from anywhere. You could start at the beginning, you could start at the middle, you can start at the end. Another beauty in writing is you can change it at any time. So it's not like it's written in stone where you have to take that stone and completely move it to the side and then drag in another stone and start chipping away at it. It's not like that. It's not like the Ten Commandments or anything like that. Yeah. So it's not that difficult to restart your story or begin it, pick it up anywhere you have left it off. So I had the wishing stone, and I knew that was going to be the title. And like I said, I had the setting was Long Island, I had the stone, and I had the love interest was going to be, let's call him right now, the manager of the hotel. His name is Kai. So I knew that they were going to have some kind of meeting, and I didn't know how it was going to happen. I didn't know how they were going to meet at first. I didn't know what kind of relationship they were going to have. But then my stories do also have canines in them. So I said, well, I want Tess to go on vacation with her dog. And at the time, we didn't have our dog Harley, but I had a fascination with the Australian Shepherd and the one eye blue and the one eye brown. So I incorporated that in my story. It's just the little things like that that you don't realize in the beginning if you are not a plotter. And even if you are a plotter, there are sometimes things that happen as you write the story that the story really just takes over. You are the instrument typing it out or writing it out, but a lot of times the characters, there's that magic and it just starts to unfold. Those characters that you're creating that you want to come alive on the pages for the readers actually become characters that come alive for you, the writer, where they just really start writing their own story and it just really starts to go smoothly from there. So you never know what direction the story is going to take. You never know where the story is going to go. You may have a set number of characters in the story at the time, but as you write, you may say, you know what, this side character here is really not important. This character's not contributing anything to the story. Maybe you want to change their personality. Maybe you are happy with the side character, you need a side character, but at the time they are like a really nice, supportive, maybe friendship role type of character, and you don't want that. You want a sassy character. You want somebody that maybe sometimes the readers are going to say, hey, you know what, this character gets on my nerves a little bit, but I could see how she's important to the story and how she is important to the main character. So things like that can change as you go along. So another thing that I can't give too much away, because if you haven't read the book, I don't want to say too much of the story. But the love interest, while I was writing the story, this beautiful memory or situation, scene happened where the character told me their role, because I mean, they didn't literally like tell me and talk to me, but as I typed out the story, the romantic interest led me, it unfolded for me as well as it's going to unfold for the reader. And again, that's the magic in the writing, because things just start to unfold. You think you have control. You're the one, with the fingers. You're the one that's doing the typing. You're the one that's doing the writing. You're the one that has the instruments in front of you. You are just the vessel. Because once you take that idea that you have in your head and you start to, type it out on the paper, flesh out your characters, things change. So that is the point of this video. I don't want you, the writer or aspiring writer, to say to yourself, well, I don't have anything right now. I can't sit down and write this story because I know nothing. Well, guess what? You do not need to know anything. You really don't. Sit down, open up that laptop, use whatever it is, whatever vessel you're going to use to get that story out, to start to create it, before the creativity, before your characters start to write the story for you. There are plenty of stories, and I looked them up online. There are books. I'm just going to give these titles real quick. These are 5 famous books that almost had completely different endings. And that just goes to show you sometimes you don't know where a story is going to go. Or after you finish the story and you reread it, you may say, well, you know what? This would work better this way, or this doesn't really work, or this character's there, but they're not doing too much. They can do more. Or I need more emotion. I need more, a certain kind of scene. I need a little bit more action. It depends on, the genre, what you are writing. So I don't want to give away any spoilers, but I will list these books real quick. Books that would have had, or almost had, or did have different endings, especially if they were film adapted. Great Expectations by Charles Dickens. Me Before You by Jojo Moyes. Roald Dahl with Matilda. A Farewell to Arms by Ernest Hemingway. I mean, listen to the titles of these books and these authors. And Picnic at Hanging Rock by Joan Lindsay. Now, also, so many times for film, book endings are changed, other scenes are changed, sometimes characters are totally removed. I know a couple of books that I've read and I've watched the movie, and some of the characters, they're not even there. A lot of scenes that I thought maybe were pivotal in the book are not as important in the movie. Or maybe they would have been to me, the one who's watching the movie, but you only have so much time to write a movie unless you're writing, a series. So a lot of times things have to be cut out. And that's my point. You do not need to have it all down. You don't have to have, this in place, that in place. Just enjoy the storytelling process and then plug little things in here and there later, or sometimes as you go. Make changes where necessary. Follow your heart, follow your mind, but more importantly, follow those characters once they come to life on your page. All right, everybody, it's me, Stephanie Nietzsche, and as always, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. If you're interested in more videos like this, and I'm not only going to do create videos about writing, I want to create videos about things that happen in real life too, because, I don't know, I was going to say believe it or not, but it's not hard to believe that you can use these real life moments in your stories. They just need a little tweaking sometimes. So I would love for you to subscribe if you already don't. You could hit the little notification bell if you want to see more videos like this. And yeah, like the video. Only if you like it though. Honesty. Honesty. I want honesty. Okay, everybody. Again, it's me, Stephanie Nietzsche. Have a beautiful day, and I'll see you next time.